Hi friends and welcome back to my channel. Well, you read that right. Today's face is completely all products that I would buy if I lost my whole makeup collection and I had to rebuy my favorite products. Literally, it's all in this little box here and it's all on this face. Seriously, these are the products that I obsess over, that I cannot do without. I may not use all of them every single time I do my makeup, but I count on having them because they all are super important to this weird little passion I have. And if you're new to my channel, hello, my name is Jennifer. I am obviously into all things hair, skin, and makeup. And if you are too, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button because you know you're going to come back for more. All right, so like I said, today is all makeup products that if I lost my whole collection, this is what I would rebuy. I'm not saying that the rest of these beauties sitting around here wouldn't come back, but these are the first things that I would buy to restart my collection. It is a lot of products. I don't want to know how much money it would cost because, gosh, damn, it's a lot of products. But I don't care. I love every single stinking one of them. And I had actually done a video like this probably a little over a year and a half ago. I have not gone back to look at it to see if there were anything, like if there are any items from back then that I'm still using. I do know for sure that there is at least one. But there is, like, I know by looking at here, I'm like, oh yeah, that was for sure in that video. But as I test and try new makeup, some old favorites get pushed to the back. But some old favorites are still in this here box. So if you want to see how I made this face happen with all of the products in this giant box, then stick with me and keep watching. All right, I'm not going to lie. The first thing I would get is this Tatcha Kissu lip mask. For me, it's the perfect way to prep my lips before doing my makeup because it's like a jelly formulation. It's not super thick. I tried using this like before bed for my overnight lip mask. It's not great for that. I felt like it just kind of dissipated after a little while, but that's why I like it for my makeup routine because it does sink in and kind of dissipate so that when I am ready to actually do my lip combo at the end of my routine, it's pretty much gone. I only have a little bit to wipe off. So yeah, all day. All right, then my brows. And listen, we all know my brows are not my strong suit, but I do what I can. And at this point, they're like, that's not bad. So what I've been using lately from Anastasia, from the Wayback Machine, this is like a tried and true. And I have this shade Taupe in the Brow Powder Duo. As you can tell, I use this side mainly. And what I do is I just take my little angled brush, dip it in there, and I go from the tail and push it forward, both sides, just to kind of like get some color in there, because if I wait until it's time for foundation and stuff, there's too much makeup in there and it doesn't stick. So this for sure. And then I follow it up with some sort of brow gel. I love both the Makeup by Mario. I think this is like the Master Hold it's called. And of course the Benefit 24-Hour Brow Setter. Fun story, this is 3 mLs and this is 3.5 mLs, and this is the mini size. Now I believe the mini is like $15 and the Makeup by Mario I think is around $20. So you can get a larger mini size for less money than this one here, but I like them both. So whichever one they have in the store, that's what I'll get. But in order for me to make any sort of brow gel work, I have to use a fan. Oh, and the other reason why I like the mini is because since I do put the brow powder down first, this does get, after a while, it gets a little gunky with like the powder. So having the smaller one allows me to use enough product for a decent amount of time, but I'm not like having one that has like a ton of product in it and that's getting really gunked up and then I have to use it longer because I feel bad because there's still a lot of product in here. Basically, I get to use this for a shorter amount of time without it being so like gunked up already. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because honestly, the more gunky it gets with the addition of like other makeup mixed in here, like the less nice your brows look, because it actually starts to leave like deposits of that on your brows and then it's just not cute. So after I've actually finished my eye makeup, I will go in with the Precisely My Brow in the shade 3.5 to draw in those little brow strokes that need to be there because these brows of mine are kind of bald. But I do wait to use this closer to the end of my routine to kind of like fill in and touch up. All right, now for complexion, for me, it is the Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Radiant Concealer. I use the shade 3 Fair. Listen, if you have dry under eyes, mature under eyes, If you have problems with your makeup looking, well, at least your under eye makeup looking cakey or dry, it's just this one. Just buy this one. I, of course, use it for highlighting, concealing, covering the sins. This one crushes my soul a little bit because it's so damn expensive from Westman Atelier. It's the Face Trace Contour Stick in the shade Biscuit. I did not mean to fall in love with this. I never had an intention on purchasing it. And I did, and now I flippin' love it. And I can't be without it. I said what I said. I've never been like a full contour girl until I got this. My nose, it just bugs me now. It just seems to be like wider or something, and I don't love it. And because this is so easy to use and kind of undetectable, it is really, really nice, and I really don't want to be without it. All right, foundation, I'm not gonna lie, was a solid Sophie's Choice. I could not make up my mind. I have 3 that I love. For me, it just comes down to the shade match. For me, I love all the finishes. I love how all lightweight all of them are. The NARS Light Reflecting is a little bit too light for me, but I can't get something that's darker without being too yellow, blah, blah, blah. The Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin in the color 3 Cool. It's pretty dang good for me, although right now I'm a little bit light, so it's just a hair too dark. It's a little darker than my neck, but it actually matches my chest. It's like this whole trying to get everything to blend. Oh, Lord. And then the House Labs, the Triclone. This is so nice, and I'm going to use it today because I think it's the right shade for where I am right now. We will see. But here again, I love this formula. And I can get away with 1 pump for my whole face. Friggin' fantastic. And just like I said, 1 pump blows me away every friggin' time I use it. All right, and now to set my eyes from Pat McGrath Labs. This is the Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Blurring Under Eye Powder. I have the shade Light. You know it's a new product to me, and I hate that it's not packaged well. But damn, I mean, for those of us who don't want to have a ton of powder under the eyes because it does emphasize anything that's not perfect, this is the perfect powder because it is so lightweight, yet it has a nice little bit of like reflection back at people. It's not shiny or anything like that, but it just helps reflect light in the most lovely way so you don't look dry, but you also don't need a lot of powder. Now for cream bronzers, my current favorite is the Soft Sculpt Transforming Skin Enhancer. I have it in the shade Light Medium. I mean, you can tell that I love it. It's all gone. So I bought another one yesterday. Am I crazy? Do these colors look different to you? I mean, do they both look the same? I'm kind of freaking out. Let me just do a quick swatch. All right, so that is the original one I had. And below it is the new one. Does the new one look like a little warmer to you? It does to me. That's freaking annoying. Well, it is what it is, so let's see how it looks on me. I mean, the nice thing about the product in general is that it does have a sheerness to it, and the shades are supposed to be flexible. So, fine. I just really loved that shade. All right, there's gonna be a bunch of powders, but for me, from Beauty Bakery, this flower setting powder in Eau Translucent, I just love it. It is so lightweight. It doesn't look cakey or dry ever. It's just so damn perfect. I do set a cream bronzer with a powder bronzer, and I love these from Dior. These are the Backstage Face and Body Powder No Powders. This is the shade 3N, and these powders are so unique because you can use them for whatever you want. So if your skin tone is deeper like this, you can use it just for setting your makeup. You don't have to use it like I am, just in targeted areas as a bronzer. You can use these any way you want. And they are no longer at my Sephora, which makes me crazy because I meant to get one in a lighter shade to use for touch-up powder, and I didn't, and so now I'm regretting that. I just think it's the prettiest. It gives like the softest, most velvety, lightweight finish, but yet it really does set the cream. I mean, look at this mess. You can tell I love it. I love this packaging so much, but it is constantly gross. From Patrick Ta, this is the Double Take Cream and Powder Blush in She's That Girl. I know I was late to the party, but I'm officially obsessed. I love that you're supposed to use the powder first and then you top it with the cream. I just think that's genius because it really does help with the staying power, but yet you still get the gorgeous glow of the cream. Just absolutely a genius. Thank you, Patrick. All right, but before I go in with the cream blush, I'm actually gonna go in with my highlighter. I've been doing this lately because I really like how it just blends. It looks a little more natural, not so stripy. And I'm obsessed with two. I think you know it, from Rare Beauty. They're both from Rare Beauty. So this is the Liquid Luminizer in Mesmerize, and then this is the powder highlighter in Enlighten. I like them both for different reasons. The Enlighten is almost like a clear highlighter. I feel like it doesn't really leave any sort of like trace of color on me, just a glow. And Mesmerize, while it does have a shade to it, it is just the most gorgeous kind of skin-like glow. Let's just do 1 dot of the liquid. And a little bit of the powder. And now I'm going to top it with the cream. Now, when I'm not using cream blushes, I am always using from Hourglass. These are the ambient lighting blushes. This is the shade Luminous Flush. This is Incandescent Electra. I've literally bought these over and over and over again because they're so beautiful. Now, if you do have like dry skin, older, more mature skin, these leave just the most lovely glow. You don't look greasy or shiny. They're just so friggin' fantastic. So yes, I would absolutely buy them again. Now, these are the mini sizes, and I think the minis are around $25, $28, and I really think they're worth it. The actual larger size blushes come in a palette like this size, and I think they're like $45, and that is like a lot of money. So I do prefer buying these smaller ones because, you know, I have a lot of blushes. But don't think I'm done on blushes because I'm going to come back to one more. All right, let's do my eyes. You know my MAC Paint Pot in Painterly for prepping my eyes. It just is what it is. I'm never going to give it up. Now for a finishing powder, it is forever and always the Hourglass in Ethereal Light. I just love it. It just makes my face come together. It just makes everything really creamy and cohesive. Now this bitch is pricey. I want to say she's like around $54, which is a lot of damn money. And then I thought to myself, well, yeah, I have the Elephant palette. This is the Ambient Lighting Edit Unlocked. And for me, these are all of my summer shades. So I could literally forego those two blushes. I could forego this, and I could actually forego buying any sort of like powder bronzer, and I could use this, and it's $85. So for me in the summertime, this is going to be such a go-to. I really need to get, there's 3 of them in this whole line. And I think I need the Tiger one. That's like a little lighter, and it actually has this shade in it. And it would be perfect for me during the colder months when my face isn't getting any sort of sun exposure. But it's so much of a value to get them like this because you're getting so many items, and it really allows you to test and try out. And so if I had to buy all my makeup again, I would probably get one of these palettes instead of buying this and the blushes individually. All right, my other most recent cheek obsession from Dior, it's the Rosy Glow in pink. It is that girl. It just is. Now, do I do my entire cheek in it? No. Do I ever use it alone? No, but it's just the perfect like finisher off, and I like to use it in this front portion of my cheek here. It just brings a little bit of glow. I do take it up, and it's just that little bit of extra that I flippin' love. Do I need it? Yeah, I absolutely do. But it literally is that little finishing touch that I absolutely need. I know, my needs, they're out of whack. All right, for my eyes, no one's going to be surprised that it is the Makeup by Mario, the Master Mattes, and the Ethereal Eyes. I need both of these in my life until the day I die. And here's the funny thing, like currently the Ethereal Eyes is sold out on both Sephora and the Makeup by Mario site. And I know it's supposed to be a limited palette. There's no way in hell it's going to be a limited palette. The way he sold these like that, why would he make it limited? It'll be back, trust and believe. So if you didn't get this when it was available, go to the Sephora site. It'll say sold out, out of stock, something like that. But below that, there's a little like text me, email me when available. I use that button all the time. As a matter of fact, that is how I got the Cherry Blossom powder that's been sold out forever. I get lots of products that way because you get first notification. I have mine sent via text because I'm on my phone all the time, so I see it immediately. And the minute that there's something that I had like asked for a notification on, I buy it. I don't hesitate because I know it's something I really wanted. So if you really want this, just sign up for that because you would not be mad at yourself for owning this. All right, now tight lining my upper lashes with the Makeup by Mario. This is the Perfect Brown Pencil. And it is. It's a super dark brown. It's like a black brown. It lasts really nice for me under here. And I have found, even though I was never a big tight lining fan, something has like changed with my eyes. Kind of, you know, the whole aging thing. And using a tight lining technique kind of opens up my eyes and makes them look bigger and brighter. So I'm going to keep doing that. Not to mention, it kind of works in conjunction with your mascara to kind of make your lashes look fuller. All right, before I put my mascara on, I'm going to use from Jaclyn Cosmetics. This is her luminous powder in the shade Brighten Up. This is magic, and I've talked to you guys about it several times. So this shade here is kind of like a peachy skin tone type shade. You can use it with a denser brush, and it'll be like a highlighter, or if you use it on a fluffy brush, work it in. It is the most gorgeous finishing powder. It just gives like this beautiful creamy glow, and it just takes my makeup to like the next level. I don't talk about it much anymore because this powder came out like a couple of years ago, but it is so damn special. Here again, especially if you are older, you have dry skin, mature skin, wrinkles, this just highlights the things it should highlight and just makes everything look so much more elegant. And you can get it at Ulta. For lashes, I can't help it. I will always have two different types of mascara. One that is super dramatic and one that's like dramatic enough to take me from day to evening. So for me, I think most of you know from Maybelline, this is the Falsies Lash Lift in Waterproof. I'm telling you, waterproof makes all the difference in my lashes staying up, lasting, not flaking, smudging, smearing. And I, of course, double cleanse. So it comes off super easy for me. I never lose lashes with waterproof. But then from YSL, the Lash Clash, it is just the Va Va Voom lashes. I think it's really one of the best mascaras. I'm going to go out on a limb and say ever. I am going out for dinner tonight, so Lash Clash it is. You guys, I'm trying desperately to like do that wiggle technique. And I know that Andrea Ali does like a wiggle and roll. Your girl's not going to be able to ever wiggle and roll. It just gets everywhere. So let's just be happy with the wiggle right now, okay? All right, back to the brows. All right, like I said, brows, not my strong suit, but this'll do. All right, let's get to the lip. We are just about done. From lip liners, I love the Makeup by Mario, the Ultra Suede Sculpting Lip Pencil in the shade Daniel. Let me just show you. For me, that is just like a really lovely neutral. And I have a new lipstick obsession. This is the Armani Power Matte Power Lip in the shade 104, which is, I think, Selfless is the shade. And I think that the two of these together are just gorgeous. I am so obsessed with this color. It is no lie. As a matter of fact, I've used it only a few times, but you can see it's already like wearing down in there. And how much do I have? Okay, all right, okay, I'm good. But trust and believe, once it gets about halfway down, I will be buying another one. Are the cheeks bold? Yes, they are, and that's just how I like it. And literally, even though I love all of these on their own, I think together they make just the loveliest face. I don't know if these lights make me look too shiny, but just sitting here in the mirror, it's a nice glow. Is it natural? No, it's not natural, but it's a glow. All right, so I do need to do a setting spray. I am basically out of my Airbrush Flawless, which is, it's top notch. We all know it. But lately I have been in love with the Caliray Surf Proof. So that's what I'm gonna use because it's so good. It keeps my makeup in place. It is hydrating and the mist is so fine. I'm not getting any of those big yucky droplets. And there you have it, a face full of all the products I would purchase if I lost my whole makeup collection. I love every single one of these products. They always work out for me. They always last. They always do exactly what I want. What do you think? Now, is this mostly high-end makeup? It is. So let's just pray to Jesus that I never lose my entire collection at one time. Because honestly, I don't want to add up what the value of everything in here is. I mean, this is a ton of shit. And what's really gonna suck is when I have to put it all in the description box below. But for you, I will. Seriously, this is so much. All right, you guys, let me know in the comments below if you agree with any of these products. If you were like, yep, me too, sister. And if you stayed with me through this whole video, you get a gold star. All right, you guys, so that is all for today's video. As always, I want to thank you so much for being with me, and I'll see you real soon. Mwah.